Welcome everyone. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you everyone for coming. With there it is. Hello, Winston Chell is here. CC's here. Make You Lovely. Ghostly. Vermis. Tina. Captain Double Stack. Titan Note. Swanky Swede. October July. Robin Hood. Asunix. EVP. Wumbly Bumbly. Wumbumbly. Mayoki Official. Yoshandi, welcome to the chat. Hello everyone, and welcome to my stream. Today is gonna be a weird one. I think we're just gonna take it easy today, and maybe do a little Q&A session. How about that? And maybe we'll just leave the delay on the whole time. No, let's stop doing that. Guys, how's it going? Tell me how's it going. Tell me how's it going? Your hair looks extra fat today. Thank you. I didn't do nothing to it. That's the best. That's the best. When the hair looks great and you didn't do nothing. Hi, Ebwa's here. Amanda Zahn is here. Welcome everyone. Yeah. Okay, listen. It's good to be here. It's good to be back on the internet. Wait. There was a change of plans. Q&A session. All right. Oh, and I forgot to change all this. Oh my god. Guys, I'm really starting to just press the button on the streams. I feel like I didn't change the title. TikTok man does Q&A. Where's the ampersand session? I should doing a little Q&A today, except it's too late for the go live notification, isn't it? It's too late. Big mistake. Where's the ampersand? I never know where the ampersand is. Updating stream info is overrated anyways. Thank you, Make You Lovely. Mayoki, I hope your headphones didn't explode, but I also hope that I'm coming into both ears for most people. Am I only coming into one ear for you guys? You are correct. I see this now. This is hilarious. Give me a second. So this happens. You're right. Okay, well, good news. Good news is your headphones didn't explode. Okay, so now it should be on both sides, but now it's probably not. Hello? Okay, how about this? Is this okay? Does this sound all right? Is that better? All right. Okay. I'd tell you what happened, but I have no fucking clue. Basically, every now and then, one of the I have the same plugin with the same settings multiple times on my OBS, so these are, each one of these is the exact same settings, and every time it screws up, I would add a new one, but now I just muted this one and turned the first one on, and now the first one works fine. So Miyoki Official just hit us with the sub. Guys, pigeons to the chat for Miyoki. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support. Quality just dropped a bit. It's like grainier. Does anyone feel like it's grainier? It's possible the settings aren't identical. Good on mobile. Okay. All good. So listen. Today I have no plans. It's a weird time. It's a weird time for me. I have an announcement to make. I don't know when to make it, so I think I'll just make it now. I didn't have any good news to start with. I should have started with some good news. The good news is, let's see, I don't know. What is the good news? The good news is we're making strides in my project. That's the good news. I am getting. It's not a good announcement, I think. Well, it's good. It's good for me, sorta. I feel bad making it. Oh man, it's gonna. Yeah, knees are up now. Knees are up. Listen. I'm gonna say, because I feel like everyone's stressing now that I've done this. This is like when you text someone like, we need to talk, and they're like, okay, what is it? And you're like, well, we'll just talk when we talk. Like, dude, don't do that to me. Here's the announcement. Because I'm in a different state with my project now, I need to wait, what? I need to gear down the streams. So I think starting, after today, because today's Sunday, it's time to get down and dirty, get my head down. And so we're going to go to once a week on Twitch. We're going to go Wednesdays only on Twitch. And I'm sad that I won't be here twice a week. I'm too zoomed in. I'm sad that I won't be here twice a week because it's been fun and it's been good and we've had some really cool creative sessions. But the good news is I'll still be here on Wednesdays. And we'll still keep talking about stuff and working on music and fucking around and having fun. We'll just do it half the amount of time because I gotta focus up. This is exciting for me. I mean, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. I'm not gonna lie. He hates us. No, I don't. That's why it's so hard. That's why it's painful, but it needs to be done. Because the truth is, in my life, there it is, said, no worries, protect your time and your mental health. Thank you. All the more excited for our precious weekly stream. Let's go. That's the attitude. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Congratulations on being in tune with yourself and creating that boundary. I look forward to it. Let's go. See, you guys are so lovely. Gotta do what you gotta do. And so I appreciate that, that you guys get it. Here's what it is. It's like, I wish the Zoom was even slower now. Here's what it is I have never done anything consistently for more than a few months straight. And when I jumped into this, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And I kind of ended up cruising along at this pace of like 2 5-hour streams every week for longer than I thought I would last. Cause I was having a lot of fun. It was the right point in my project. And now it's like, I don't know. I literally, I think this has been creeping up for a bit for me, but the truth is, yesterday I had this kind of like, I was thinking about where I'm at, and I think that I gotta buckle down a little and get real and renew my commitment, okay, to my own project and the different facets of my project that need attention and that need my time. And so, yeah, it's just getting hard to do it twice a week is all. Your divorce is we're getting a divorce. We're getting a court-ordered separation. But yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate that. It's gonna be good though, and I think I'm gonna cut like I can't like today. I have more or less nothing. What I do have is I understand that some people would be geeked about doing a Q&A session on creativity, on my past songs, my past videos, whatever you guys want to talk about. Let's do that. Let's have an old Q&A. Anything you want to know, ask me in the chat, and I'll try to keep up with the chat today. And we'll just vibe. We'll just have the old talkaroo. And of course, the Discord's not going anywhere. And yeah, it's gonna be good. So I guess. Oh, that's really funny. Whiff There It Is said, you absolutely set this up like every single time my parents told us we were moving. I hope I didn't trigger any trauma with my setup. I'm sorry. It's very hard to... You know what I could have done? I could have thought about how I was going to announce this in advance. But I guess you guys got the genuine peddling Luba trying to figure out how to phrase things, which maybe is more better than some kind of canned PR response. I should have hired a PR firm to write the response for me. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that lady on TikTok who I think she like literally does PR responses? Am I too bright today? Am I a little brighter than usual? Now I'm starting to realize maybe the camera settings are different. Hot Glugon borrowed my camera, and I tried to. It looked the same to me, but now I'm like, oh, that looks a little hot. Am I cooking? Am I a little hot? I feel like maybe when I was looking at it before, I was a little further back. I look good here. We're doing the stream from over here today. I can't read the chat from here. Well, I can actually, it's just blurry. Do I need glasses? Or is it just normal for text to look blurry while you're bouncing up and down? And also really far from the screen. And it's like glowing. Get binoculars. That would be fun. Imagine I did the whole stream from across the room, but with binoculars. That'd be great. Anyway, yeah, and then and she does like analyses of people's PR statements. Ooh, okay. Question from Chickenception. Okay, this is from the Discord, right? Let's see. I've never written more than half a song. Tips on working from beginning to end, especially when I know what story I want to tell, how to condense it in song form. Okay, let's start with this question. So, you've never written more than half a song. Honestly, I think, let's see. This is a problem I've had a lot. I've definitely surely got something useful to say because I relate to this a lot. And even in my current album right now, more than half the songs are only half written. Let's see. How do we help? Is Chickenception here right now? Also, that would be Diesel 6im Jackson. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for popping in. Okay, you're here. Perfect. Oh, you'll take your answer off there. Okay, yeah. Check out the VOD. If I can't generate the answer within the next few moments here, I'm really trying to find. So I used to write songs. I used to write half songs. I used to make half songs. It's very hard. I think it's normal. I think it's normal to not write full songs most of the time, because what you're really doing is you're exploring and you're looking for things that you like, seeds, little bits that you like. I think there's a variety of ways to then close out on those songs, but I think part of it is going to be just to commit yourself to the discipline of finishing the songs. Yeah, commit yourself to the discipline of finishing a song, one song. Pick and if you can't pick a song, make somebody else pick it. If you can't, you have to figure out. Okay, here's what's going to happen.
here's what's going to happen, chicken salad, and anyone else who's in this situation or anything that they can't get to the end of. I think this is what's going to happen. It's what's happened to me, and it's something that I've seen happen with others who never get to the end point of what they been wanting to do. Is when you apply pressure, you will realize that the obstacles, mental or otherwise, but usually in your head, the obstacles are bigger and stronger than you think they are. I'm freestyling a thought here out of experience, but I think this is true. Bradilenium, thank you for the follow. I like that name. Welcome. So you're going to realize that the obstacles in your mind are bigger and stronger and scarier than you thought when your back is against the wall. When you try to march towards this thing that especially when it seems like it should be easy. Physically, nothing is preventing you from accomplishing this task. If you have time to write new songs, you have time to finish one. And so now you're entering a discovery phase. So now you need to treat this part of the process as you're not just finishing a song, you are finding out why you're not finishing songs. And when you figure that out, once you start uncovering things, you're going to realize that there's probably more than one, and they're probably working together. There's like an evil synergy of mental blocks. So for me, one of those mental blocks was, especially for finishing a song, was that as long as the song isn't finished, then there's a promise that the song will be better than it currently is. And as you get closer and closer to what you might consider the end, you get all that hope dissipates, and the song will never be better than it is when you finish it. And that is a terrifying thought. So that's one aspect. Another aspect might be you just don't know what else to fucking say about a subject. Maybe you feel like your first verse is so strong and your chorus is so strong that you just don't want to fall short with your second verse. So maybe that's a fear that you have to get over somehow, and then you have to maybe build a system around, well, okay, if I'm scared that the verse that I write won't be good, then maybe I'll commit to writing 5 options for verses, so that I know that the first one that I write, just to take the pressure off the first one. Well, the first one's a practice, you got to find the games. You got to play, you got to build systems. You got to fucking, Hawklugon said, really good book recommendation to overcome mental hurdles in the creative process is The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. And I agree. And I feel like I'm overdue to reread that book. Another great book, by the way, is the creative, what's it called? The Creative Process? Wait, what's the Rick Rubin book? The new Rick Rubin book. The Creative Act. The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. Sure, let's open the Amazon link. Why not? This book right here is great. And it's going to give you a lot of, I don't know. You can just. Oh, apparently I'm BRB. I'm here. You're gonna flip through this, and somewhere in there's a sentence that's gonna help you through what you're dealing with in that moment, and it's gonna come from Rick Rubin, and that the weight of that. If you know Rick Rubin and his work, and you respect his take on this, then it's gonna be even if it's not necessarily true, it's going to have the weight to move forward. Sometimes you can't tell yourself because you don't trust yourself enough. So you need to hear it from somebody else. So this is a great book for that. Okay, so that's one. I guess I hope that making stuff is so fucking. It really fucking is. It's incredibly hard, and finishing stuff is even harder. And but there's a ton of great thoughts on finishing stuff. Also, like it depends what your vibe. If you like having, you know, if you like YouTube videos, if you like video essays and stuff, go watch some video. You know who might have something good for music related would be Venus Theory. I wonder if Venus Theory has a video on finishing stuff. But he's a great resource. I really like his vibe and the way that he talks his talk. Emerald Storm, thank you for the 4 months. Pigeons in the chat for Emerald Storm, thank you. Appreciate you. But he's got some great videos on the creative process. You know, try this if you need to get inspired to write music. The trick to finishing every song. Boom, here we go. Maybe this one, you know, like, so I would say don't give up. Understand that it's hard and respect that it's hard. It is okay that it's hard. It's harder than you think it is, even when you know how hard it is. And that's okay. That's normal. Everyone has that. You're not disadvantaged. There's nothing wrong with you. Everyone has this in some form or another. Some people have natural inclinations to have strengths in different directions. Some people have their strength is closing songs, but they may have other weaknesses. Like everyone's got blind spots. Everyone's got things that are hard for them. And so, yeah, I hope that you finish one song, just one, and then you can go from there. Okay, here we go. Hot Glue Gun out here. Guys, pin in the chat for Hot Glue Gun, who's curating the questions right now. With There It Is asked, here's a question I have always been very curious on. On the song, What If It's Not Enough, it always felt like a fight between the voices in your head that say, I can do it, and I can't do it. Is there significance to why you and on the I can't do it voice? That's interesting. That is very interesting. I think actually probably a lot of my music plays on that theme. Thanks for popping in, Chickenception. Catch you next time. I think oh, and by the way, maybe we should remind me we should make an announcement about the change in the stream schedule on Discord, I think. Just for anyone who wasn't there at the very start. Awesome. Thanks, Hot Glue Gun. Okay, so yeah, let's just listen to the song, and we can break it down. We can break it down.
Feeling like I'm on top of the world, yeah, without a word, yeah. Still I find it hard to hold on to the feeling very long. Slips away, what was I gonna say? Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm amazing, other times I got no hope. And I don't wanna feel like I've been running in a circle, no. Down. Ooh. that drove me crazy. Sometimes I feel like I'm not enough, and now I'm starting to shake off all the dust. I plan to leave that shit behind me though. Rock with me, I'm beaming. I just broke free from my demons. Did I mention I've been dreaming? Have I told you yet? Rock with me, I'm beaming. I just broke free from my demons.
You know, it's crazy how much this song reflects the I don't know, like a real continual inner battle. Why does it end on the what if it's not enough? I think because probably because it's a more truthfully it just felt right. Truthfully, most decisions we can art bullshit our way to explaining it, kind of almost like we're trying to explain dreams or astrology, but at the end of the day it just felt right is the answer to most things. Why did it feel right to end on that? Probably because it feels more real and interesting to end on suspense than to end on a high note. Yeah, it just feels more cyclical. I feel like it's it's the truth. It's just both. It's just both always, and I feel like when it feels like you're losing, it's a much stronger and longer lasting feeling than when you feel like you're winning. Feel like you're winning 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's what you get usually. You get 5 minutes of hell yeah, and then it's but what if it's not enough? You might have got the biggest bag, you might have just locked in the best thing, you feel great about whatever just happened. Great. 5 minutes, that's what you get. More or less. Maybe it's longer than that. Ad starting soon. If you're not sub, stick around. 90 seconds. We'll be right back. We're talking our shit. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, I hope that's not too sad. Still gotta live for the moments though. Still living for the moments. And I think learning to bounce back faster and more frequently. You know, tightening up that loop. Triceratops just hit us with a sub. 4 months, baby. Pitch into the chat for Triceratops. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. And Boom Cookie Studio hits us with a hydrate. That's the last sip of coffee. Let's do it. And CC just gifted a sub to Whiff. There it is, guys. Pitch in the chat for CC, the legend. Thank you so much, CC. Appreciate that. Yeah, tightening the loop, man. You got to bounce back faster. You got to give less credence to the lows, and you gotta make it. You gotta fucking trust yourself and tighten that loop, and don't let that sad story feel too true. Don't let it go unquestioned. Don't let it just fucking walk all over you. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for the cheer, Tina. Yeah, I think that's what I got for that one. What's another question? Did we get any more questions? Don't let your dreams be dreams. Exactly. And that's kind of what I'm in this mode right now. Like where I'm at with this, why I'm cutting the streams down is I feel like I was leaving the door open. To not following the path that I'm on, as if I didn't spend the last forever of my fucking life. Okay, Hot Glue Gun, I see the question. Thank you I've been spending as if I haven't spent my entire life on this path. As if there's any other fucking path for me. I leave it, like, anytime I'm leaving that door open, I'm wasting mental space, and I'm not, it's just about systems, man. It's about patience and systems, and it's like, it's that shit where you can go. You underestimate, no, sorry, you overestimate what you could do in a year, and you underestimate what you can do in 5. I think time, and that's probably true at every scale of time. I feel like you need to sit down, think about it every day, focus up, make sense of everything, and then trust the process that you've established. It's like you're always tweaking the process, and you're always trusting the tweaks you just made in that day, and you have to let things take their course while also managing the course. You have to be both. It's the impossible thing. Okay, one Bumbly asks, okay, very random question, do you have any tattoos? What are they? If not, what would you get if you were forced to get one? Oh shit. So I don't have any tattoos because I'm scared because I don't like committing to things. And so if I had to get a tattoo, let's see, it would have to be something, maybe it would be something meaningless. Maybe it would just be something I thought was cool in the moment, just because that's what I'm scared of. Is I'm scared of picking something that I think will be meaningful to me. I change my mind like the fucking weather. I change my mind way too often. Boom Cookie Studio, welcome to the chat. I change my mind way too often to make a permanent choice like that. So I think the answer to that is probably to get a tattoo that has no meaning, and that's the meaning of it. Do you know what I mean, mate? That's my answer. That's what I got. And apparently we're hitting a hype train, baby. Okay, let's go, baby. Rogue, thank you for the cheer. Tina Butts, thank you for the cheer. Okay, we got EVP. EVP says, question, I love your music. Because not only is the music amazing, it's scrolling too fast. Not only is the music amazing, the lyrics are as well. I've always wondered this about my favorite artist. Does expressing yourself in song make it easier to express yourself in life? Maybe hard question to answer, because I almost feel like I need to does it, am I processing things in the songs that then I can talk about? Maybe would be the way to frame that, is like to see if it's true or not, right? Would be like, if I wrote a song about something, would that make it easier to talk about later? I don't think so. But I think it's nice to not have to, because you put it in a song, so you can just kind of process things in the song, and then you don't, I don't know. That's a really good question. It probably helps you because you take the time to explore thoughts. And I would think that exploring thoughts would allow you to articulate things about them more easily. You probably find more metaphors, and probably the act of writing in general helps you be more articulate about complicated things that are hard to articulate to begin with, because you build a habit of creating metaphors and of connecting ideas and of you know, a lot of music is expressing things that aren't logical. So, and those are the hardest things to communicate. So maybe I would say that. Yeah, that's my answer. Hope that makes sense. Meg You Lovely asks, I'm struggling with sharing my art. Do you put it all out there or keep bits and parts to yourself? Good question. Yeah, no, I've definitely struggled with sharing the art. I think it was connected to finishing the art. I'm trying to think of whose idea this was. Maybe I'm thinking of Austin Kleon, who talks about not thinking of it as finishing, but thinking of it as publishing, working to publish. You can absolutely keep bits and parts to yourself. Yes, Austin Kleon, share your work. Yeah, let's put it up on the screen. That's another good one. Read the show your work. Yeah, read this. Fantastic, super easy read. Kind of a very like you're gonna get the nuggets you need type of vibe, similar to Creative Act in that way, maybe. Yeah, I think you can absolutely keep stuff to yourself, and almost you should, when you're making, it might be easier to imagine that you won't share it. That might make it easier to make the things. But of course, then, yeah, when you get around to the act of publishing, then it gets very scary. That's part of why now, like, it was fun to work on stream on the songs. And now, like, and those sessions were great. And now it's like, I got to get back to, I mean, there's a lot of second verses to write. There's a lot of, the writing's very hard to do in front of people, because that's actually something that Rick Rubin, I've heard talk about. And by the way, Rick Rubin's been on like every fucking podcast on earth recently. So if you like Rick Rubin, you can basically listen to him talk for like, I don't know, like 12 hours straight probably, or more right now. And one of the things that he talks about is that while you're in the process of creating, of writing, you should probably never be thinking about what people are going to think of it. You should only be thinking about whether or not you like it. And as I've become more aware of that, I've realized that whenever I get confused or stuck in a creative process, whenever I'm sitting there, like, and you guys have seen me do it, just kind of like, not every time, but most of the time, I'm thinking about whether or not other people will like this. And anytime I'm thinking about whether or not something works, not anytime, but most of the time, if I'm like, oh, does this work? I'm actually thinking, are people gonna like this? And then the problem is that in the creative process, the only thing that you have to go on is your gut. That's all you have, and your intuition. And if you start asking questions like, "Is anyone else going to like this?" you're basically shutting out your own intuition, because it's very hard to tune into to begin with. And so, anytime your attention's not on your own intuition, then you are going to be very confused, because you're going to know maybe what's wrong, but you're not going to know where to go. Only your intuition knows where to go in a creative process, which is at odds with the idea of achieving a specific goal with the creative process. So then you have to, that's where the systems come in, where you have to feed yourself the mental map in advance of where you want to go and think about it. That's why you got to think about it more. I think, maybe, I don't know. Then there's other people who are like, don't overthink it. But I think for me, thinking is a thing that I like to do. So I like to think about it first, prime myself, and then when I sit down, it's just got to be what it is, always. It's always just got to be what it is, unless I'm with other people, and then other people's intuitions, I can follow those. I can let them guide it, and I can just be their pencil for a bit, which is a little hard, but that can have value as well. So collaborative stuff is maybe different in that way. What else we got? I hope I answered the question. Ebwa asks, thank you, Haglugan. Curious to know where the name Lubalin comes from. Lubalin comes from an American type designer. Basically, Haglugan and I had a different artist name, and I was struggling to put out work. I was literally struggling to show my work. I was literally, this is funny how these things connect, because I was too worried about what other people thought. And so this American type designer, Herb Lubalin, we were looking through a book of all his work, and it kind of talked about what he had done, and he's done stuff for all kinds of different brands. And I don't know if the Wikipedia page maybe has some of that. Anyway, he would do these incredible logos or just like type design things for different brands. And I don't remember which one it was in particular, but I think he's done it more than once, where he made them some kind of incredible logo. And do I want the book? Maybe. I mean, I guess we could flip through it. Is that crazy? He would make these amazing logos, and then the brands would be like, "Oh, that's too much. That's too scary." Like and kind of asking him to tame it down and expecting him to kind of just do what they wanted him to do. And he would kind of just be like, "Nah, this is it. Like, if you don't like it, you could just go somewhere else. Basically, go fuck yourself." And this kind of violent, the stuff that he made was very like violent, but also detailed and specific and crafted. And I mean, just brilliant, and he knew it, and he just fucking owned it, and he just didn't give a shit what anyone thought, because he trusted himself. And I was like, yeah, I need to stop giving a fuck. I need to be a little more crazy with my shit. I'm changing my name to Lubalin. I just like, fuck it, this is it. And then I didn't question it, because I didn't think about it more than that, because that was the whole point of that moment. That whole moment was just about not, there's boobies on some page. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Thank you for for dropping it off. But yeah, I'm not gonna play that game. Yeah. So then I just picked the name, and I committed to it, and people didn't get it at first. And what's funny is the people were confused. They were like, "What a weird name!" And then I blew up on TikTok, and I haven't heard a single person question the name since. Not a single person has gone, "Why is that your name? That's dumb." Like no one's even blinked. Yeah. People have asked where it comes from, but like, isn't that interesting? It's like, it was just natural after that. It's just like, well, that's just his name. So anyway, that's where the name comes from. Okay, M. Catherine asks, I don't have a music or creativity related question. I just want to know how Lubalin likes his pancakes. Oh, interesting. Pancakes. Well, I like to make pancakes, and I have a recipe that I wrote down from the internet back when I guess that was a thing. I guess that's still kind of a thing you would do. I feel like now you just try to Google the same recipe you did last time. And I don't really know. I think the key is to have the cold milk so that when you pour in the hot butter, it kind of makes little butter chunks. And then you have to not over stir the batter. You just got to get it folded in. You got to get it the least amount of folding possible to keep those little butter pockets. That's where all that vibe comes from. And then just a nice plain pancake, and then you hit it with that maple syrup. And it's kind of a banger. It's kind of a keep it simple type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Greasing the pan with ghee. Oh, interesting. Greasing the pan with ghee was a game changer for me. I'm trying to think if it's been a while since I made them, to be honest. I think we were putting butter, or is it possible that there was enough butter? Those little butter pockets in the batter were enough. But it's true that I guess if you grease the pan with ghee or butter, you would. That's funny. I think you could post it on the Discord. I don't see why not. The final step is cook it on a pan. There's no boobies. Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my answer for the pancakes. Oh, ghee doesn't burn as fast as butter. Right. It's clarified butter, right? But I don't actually know what that means, EVP. Does that mean the little like milk solids have been removed? Does it mean it's just more fat and less milk solids? It's the fat out of the butter. Got you. Right. So that makes sense because I feel like it's the milk solids that burn first. Although it is nice to get that brown butter. But I guess if you have butter in the pancakes and then ghee in the pan, probably get a nice little crisp going on the bottom. That would be nice, a little crispy pancake. Whiff There It Is asks, how did you find out about the casserole recipe stealing bitch Caroline? What turned you on to doing that viral series? I was on a wave. I was like, yo, I think I need to focus on TikTok right now. I think TikTok is really interesting. I started doing covers on TikTok. Those a cappella covers. Yoshandi hit us with a hydrate. Let's do it. Thank you, Yoshandi. Hope I'm getting your name right. I just need butter chunks. Those little bits, those little chunks, baby. Yeah. So what was I saying? What were we talking about? Right. I was doing those covers. And then I did the Holiday Lil Nas X cover, and I got 100,000 views, and that was my first time getting that many views. I think I had gotten a couple thousand before. So I got 100,000 on that, and I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, let's do more of that. And then the next video only got 30,000, which was more than before, but not as much as that one. So I was like, oh, okay. It doesn't always work. So I was meandering, and then I did another one maybe that didn't do as well. And then I thought, okay, we need a new idea. And I was seeing a lot of creators on TikTok who were doing funny stuff. They were with music, funny music. And I was like, well, I like funny music. They were turning things into, I think I was seeing, was she in this chat the other day? I'm blanking on her name, but she samples like TikToks and makes beats out of them. And I feel like that was probably one of the things that was there. Meredith Bull, thank you, Hot Glue Gun. Yeah, Meredith was one of the inspirations, and then maybe I think there was a guy who turned the copy on the side of a soup can maybe into a song or something. And I thought, yeah, I guess anything could be a top line if you work it. And then I don't know how I found that first meme. And then the Caroline one, I just remember having seen. I just remember having seen it somewhere. I don't know where, probably Reddit. And so I went and found it. And but that was the second one. Yeah, the first one was more random. The first one was kind of just like, yeah, I guess I'll do this, and I kind of made the song, and then kind of I winged it for the video. You know, the later videos we were doing storyboards and planning and inspo, but that first one was really just like, yeah, I guess I could just be in the bed and pop out of the bed and whatever, and like yeah, and then that's pretty much where it all came from. I think that's that story. What else we got? Ghostly asks, is there one or two or three songs that you feel closer to than the others? Probably. There's definitely songs that I feel less close to and songs that I feel closer to. I think there's songs that I don't feel like I made, and those ones are closer in a way. They feel more like songs that came to me than songs that I made happen. So probably Floating will be one of those. I think I went through a phase where I didn't really like Cycle because I tried to fix it like 1,000 times before putting it out, and people around me kept being like, nah, the original's better. And I was like, fuck, because like the vocals are super rough, but I didn't understand that that's like what made it what it was. But it's not like I like listening to those songs. I don't think there's many songs of my own that I like listening to, because by the time it comes out, right, because the burden of like the double-sided coin, the double-sided tape of making your own shit is that by the time I'm done, I've written the song, produced the song, mixed the song, had it mastered, went back and forth with the mastering engineer with notes, like, and then shot a video for it, which means rehearsals and video. Like, by the time the song is out, I've heard it about 10,000 times. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't really know how many times, but it's a lot. And so, I mean, to pick your favorite song and do that, like, don't do it. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, take your most beloved song and listen to it fucking 6 to 8 hours a day for 4 months straight. I mean, that's not exactly how it is, but it's gonna die. You're gonna kill it for yourself. So, but that's fine. That's the price that you pay. And honestly, it's not listening to the songs that I enjoy anyway. I think for my own stuff, it's the process of them happening and how cool and special that can be, Yeah. What else? I guess I should be reading the chat also a little bit. The horse drama is your favorite. I think the horse drama is probably my favorite as well, Chancellor. Pregante is pretty good, pretty up there as well. I think Pregante is kind of having another run right now, like a repost run. Like, I feel like it's got that universality. I mean, to be fair, the original YouTube video that I based it on had that universality. So I knew that one was going to have some power to it, all I had to do was not fuck it up, basically. And then you add Charlotte to it. It's like, done. Your wife loves that one. There you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so people have different ones. Okay, so and that's fucking cool. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, you meet people and they just, it's kind of crazy to think that those pieces ended up like, people quote them and stuff. I don't know. It's cool. It's really dope. CC says, I'd like to know what Luba has learned or gained from regular Twitch streaming. Anything surprise him, good or bad or otherwise? That's a great question. Well, I feel like let's see. Should we have music on? Should I have music on while I'm talking? I don't even really know. I feel like I don't know what to put on is the only problem. And then it's gonna get DMCA'd, so what do? I guess we just keep going in silence. Yeah, what was it like? What did I learn? I think I developed definitely some comfort in front of the camera. I would imagine, I won't do it because it's terrifying, but I would imagine that if we Epidemic Indie, is that like the music you're allowed to play on stream or whatever? Where do I go get that? Do I have to pay for a license though? Or is it kind of all good to go? Probably have to pay for a license, no? I believe it is free. Well, I'm scared. Let's see. Can I music I can play on Twitch. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Epidemic Sound. Isn't there that what's that called? The guy who does this isn't it called like Stream Beats or something? What is this? I don't want to. Okay, hang on. I got to put this on the screen. Remind me of that question when I figure this out. It's funny that like 4 months in, I'm just now looking into what music I could play in the background. Our music is more than just royalty free. Check out our plans here. Okay, yeah, there's a plan. Hang on. Sure, let's accept all the cookies. Yeah. So I think I need to pay. Which would make sense because those artists need to get paid. Just because it's royalty free. But isn't there that one that's on Spotty where they kind of make their money off people streaming on Spotty? I think it's called Stream Beats. Is it Stream Beats? Yeah. Yeah, hang on. I think this one is listen on your favorite music streaming service during your live streams or download the tracks for free use in your YouTube videos. Stream Beats safe on Twitch. Submitted and has been deemed safe to use. You might VOD mute issues subpar audio recognition. Okay, so I think we're all clear on this one, right? I'm pretty sure I've seen a video of him explaining it, and you can just let's do that. Let's see what the vibes are. So hang on, let me just open this in my actual Spotty so that they get the proper premium ambient. Let's try that. Okay, no, lo-fi. Let's try it. This makes it feel like, I don't know if I like how this makes it feel. Hang on. What about synthwave? No, that's going to be too dramatic, I feel like. This is hype. Indie. Let's try that. Oh God, it just feels like... Maybe it's because I know that it's stock music-y, but it just feels like stock music to me. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's just leave this on and see how it feels. Okay, what did I learn from streaming regularly on Twitch for the last 4 months? I definitely got a lot more comfortable on the camera. I'm sure if we went and found those old streams of mine, those first ones where I'm fucking panicking, I feel like you'd definitely see a difference, which I think is valuable in a lot of ways. I think that's going to be something that probably translates beyond just Twitch. Yeah, what else did I learn? I mean, I learned that you totally can produce in front of people, and that you can get really good input in real time from the chat. What else did I learn? I discovered, here's a big thing that I learned. I learned that the stream is half about me and half about just hanging out in the chat. I think at first when I was making music on stream, I was worried that I wasn't paying enough attention to the chat. And when you guys were talking to each other, I was like, oh no, I'm losing them. They're talking about random stuff. But actually that's the whole thing is it's fun to have you guys hanging out. It's like I'm like a gathering place. The stream is a gathering point more than it is a show, so that's cool. And then we made the Discord, and we had thought about a Discord for a long time, but the fear was like, will it really be active? There's nothing sadder than like I don't know if you guys were on the internet in the days of forums, when forums were more, forums are still around, but they were a bigger thing. There's nothing sadder than a dead forum, but to see how incredibly active the Discord is so fucking cool. It's really, really cool. I also learned that it's hard to grow on Twitch, but the vibe is better. On YouTube, you would get random people clicking the thumbnail, and they would kind of just like show up and be like, I need butter, where's the horse which is fine, like we don't mind that, but it would just, and it happens here a little bit, but then people kind of like catch the vibe and they go, oh, okay, I guess we're kind of all chilling together. And we love those people, like, they're just coming in hot, they're excited. But it would just happen a lot more on YouTube, and I feel like it was people would just come and go a lot more, whereas on Twitch, people kind of pull up and then they just like chill. So there's a lot less pressure on here than I feel like on YouTube, or especially like TikTok, where you kind of just feel like everyone's waiting for a moment, a reason to swipe away. Tina says, how does it feel to know you've helped create a community of support and love? It feels great. It's amazing. I feel like you guys did that. But I guess I learned from watching Bauer, compared to some of the other producer streams where there was a lot more toxicity and a lot more kind of an aggressive tone, but Bauer's vibe was super chill and kind and helpful, that I realized that as a streamer, you do have an opportunity to set the tone and set an example. So I feel like in a way I contributed to that, but I think that it's so much more yours now than mine, which is really cool. It's fun. It feels like I planted a seed, which is really dope. Okay, so what else we got? Hot glue gun. Ebwa asks, wondering how to collab, how the collab with Apache came to be, and how more lyrics still might apply today, as it feels like so much pressure to withstand. Must have been a difficult time post first dramas. Yeah, that's a good question. I think, let's see. Let's think about that. So the collab with Apache was interesting because I think he just had this interlude, and he was like, "Hey, like, want to do something on this?" And it was really, I think it may have been a minute and a half long. It was really dope, but it was really fucking epic. I mean, it's a classic Apache epic. If you guys don't know Apache, like, we'll play an Apache record just so you catch a vibe. But like, it's like orchestral dubstep, you know? I don't know what let's see, what's the first song that comes up? Sure. Oh, 9 days ago. Whoa. Okay, let's check out the new Apache and Flux Pavilion. Oops. Yeah. Let's check out the new Apache. Hang on. Let's do that. So you kind of get the idea what the vibe is. Seeing stars in 1, 2, 3 now. Dude, the bass line is so gnarly. So yeah, he sent me some shit kind of like this, but obviously much closer to what you hear on More. And I was like, yeah, what are you looking for? And he was like, carte blanche. Do what you do, baby. And I was like, carte blanche. Alrighty then. And I ended up like, I don't know if he meant what he meant by carte blanche. I don't know if he meant, yeah, chop my shit up and make a whole other beat with it. I mean, to be fair, it's all him. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying like I did kind of like slice his stuff, resequence it, filtered stuff. I made a whole fucking song out of his interlude, I think he may have been expecting like a verse, you know what I mean, to go on the interlude, and I kind of made a whole record with it. But it was sick, and then I sent it to him like, let's see what happens. And yeah, I almost wasn't going to do it, because when I first listened to the beat that he sent, I was like, I don't think I could do anything to this. And then I just kind of went through my little lyrics folder, because I save lyrics. By the way, if you write songs, like, always be writing shit down in the phone. Always write some shit down. Whenever you have, even if it's the dumbest lyric idea, just put it down. Just build that habit. Because then when you're testing, you're like, oh, let me just see if I have any bars for this. And then I had like a little verse that I had written, and I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. And then I just like, oh, let me see. Let me just filter this beat so I can hear my own voice on it. Because I'm like, I always take the top end out of everything that I rap over or sing over. It's just the thing that I do. And so I did that, and I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. And then, like, let's sequence this out. And then next thing you know, I had a whole fucking song. And I sent it to him, and then he did his thing on it and just made it Apache and made the whole, and fleshed it all. And then we sat down together and put the finishing touches on it together, which was really dope. And boom, there was the song. Let's listen. Can we listen to More? Yes, let's listen to More while I go pee. Let's do that. That's perfect. I gotta pee real bad. More. Should we listen to Apache and Lubalin More? Or should we listen to Andrea True Connection More? Because this video looks crazy. Wait, what? Look at this. What the fuck? Wait, what? Okay. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. "90 seconds.
When I was a kid, nobody understood me. Felt so alone, all on my own. I dreamt I would make them all see what I could be. I do it with music that came from my soul. I tried and I felt like a bird with no feathers. The winter was cold and so was the weather. I posted a joke in the dead of December and put myself on like your favorite sweater. I did it again just to prove I could do it. Who would've thought it'd be something so stupid? Shout out to Caroline, Doris, and Helen, cause I was nobody till I was on Fallon. Now they got checks, yeah, they all wanna hit, like the nectar of life streaming out of my tip. Back in November, I wasn't worth piss, but now 3 million followers means I exist. And I know you want more. It's never enough. Yeah, I know you want more. Look, I'm a little jolly for the lab. I just crossed the ocean for a bag. Shit is crazy, I don't mean to brag, but this is all the shit I never had, yeah. This is all the shit I never had, yeah. And look at the boy, hey, look at the boy with his pretty statistics. Get the money, but don't get it twisted. What I wanted was love, what I got was a business, and I feel the clock is ticking. So what do I do now? When the truth is all I wanted was your love. And I know you want more. It's never enough. Yeah, I know you want more. And I know you want more. Yeah, I know you want more. I get bread, need more bread. Get love, need more love. I need you to tell me I'm enough. I could be everything you need. Look at all this engagement. Look at all this organic reach. Look at the boy. And I know you want more. It's never enough. Yeah, I know you want more. Yeah. Statistics. Get the money, but don't get it twisted. What I wanted was love. What I got was a business. And I feel feel the clock is ticking. So what do I do now? When the truth is, look at the boy, ay. Look at the boy with his great statistics. Get the money, but don't get it twisted. What I wanted was love, what I got was the business. And I feel the clock is ticking. So what do I do now? When the truth is, all I wanted was your love.
Nice. I wonder if he ended up putting it out, the beat that it was. I wonder if it was on that project. Wait, let me go look on Spotify. Because I wouldn't play it for... I'd have to check with him if I could play it. But I think it might have ended up on the project. Which was... I Killed the Orchestra. Yeah, was there... Oh, wait, that's the remixes. Hang on. Where's the original I Killed the Orchestra? Show all. There it is. I Killed the Orchestra. Did he have... No, they all have... Oh, yeah, here. It's the intro to the project. So this is probably pretty close to what he sent me. What's playing right now. That's a great idea. That the prelude's called More, and then More closes the album. That's pretty sick. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if this is how it sounded, but I think it is. Succession vibes, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much what he sent me. I was like, no shot I could think of anything epic enough to say on this. That was my feeling. This part was there. Maybe it was. Dude, the beat goes so hard. It goes dumb. Okay, no, this part wasn't. Oh, maybe it was there. I'm just trying to remember if the drums were there, but maybe they were. Yeah, this was there for sure. It's so crazy. Yeah, 2 minutes 14. So I feel like it wasn't. I feel like it was shorter than that, but I don't know, man. My memory's bad. It could have been verbatim that. But yeah, he sent me that, and I was like, how could I possibly match this energy? And then I wrote what I had there. What other kind of questions we got? I feel like I could go a little bit longer. With There It Is asks, as an internet personality, what is your take on parasocial relationships? How does it feel to be important to people you don't know? Good question. Scary to answer, to be honest. I think I don't know, man. It's been an interesting time right now. It's like you got the whole thing with Doja that I think is I feel like she almost addresses on the song, and it makes you realize that it's almost like the whole thing is like, I want to hear the song. Can we listen to that new Doja Cat song? Because I think it may be about this, and then we'll get into the subject. Because I don't really know. I honestly, I don't think I have particularly developed thoughts on the whole parasocial thing, but I don't know. Let's go see the new Doja Cat song. Yeah, it'll get muted, but that's fine because we're just listening. It's more if it's in the background while I'm talking and then the whole thing gets muted. Then that's a bummer. When I post this VOD, honestly, because we're gonna watch the video Boom Cookie, probably like I'd say a third of the time that we play a music video, it just literally gets blocked. Is there boobies? Surely anything on YouTube we can play on Twitch. Could I be wrong? Are there boobies in this video, Ghostly? Or are we just joking around? Just always be careful with boobies. I can't imagine. I didn't do the mature audience thing. Boobies are dangerous on Twitch for sure. Do I need to do the mature audience thing? Audiences. Can I change it? No, I can't. I do not meet the minimum requirements to use this feature. What's the minimum requirements, bro? I'm scared. They were blurred when I saw the video. It's because I don't have boobies yet. That's all. Boobiers. Surely there's no nips in this video. Fuck, I'm scared. Should we just listen to the audio? Is there a lyric video? It's gonna be fine, right? Wait. I'm scared now. What'd I do? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I got my finger on the cam thing. I can switch out at a moment's notice. Oh, okay. Never mind. All right. I'm not sure. I don't think they're showing, but now I understand. I think it's fine. There's no nips, but she's clearly covered in like some kind of paint. All right, let's listen to the song. That was quick. Yeah, audio only. Yeah. Let's see if there's lyrics. Let's see if there's a lyric video. There we go. Oh my god, that was quick. Maybe we'll upgrade. Maybe I'll find out how to get them.
Yeah, bitch, I said
mature
what I
audience is
said.
saying.
I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. She the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel, she beautiful to the pedal. It'll take a whole lot for me to settle. She the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel, she beautiful to the pedal. It'll take a whole lot for me to settle. Yeah, said my happiness is all of your misery. I put good dick all in my kidneys. This small gel don't come with no jealousy. My illness don't come with no remedy. I am so much fun without Hennessy. They just want my love and my energy. You can't talk no shit without penalties. Bitch, I'm in your shit if you send for me. I'm going to glow up one more time, trust me. I have magical foresight. You gon' see me sleeping in courtside. You gon' see me eating 10 more times, ugh. You can't take that bitch nowhere, ugh. I look better with no hair, ugh. Ain't no sign I can't smoke hair, ugh. Yeah. Give me the chance and I'll go there. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red.
Doja has the best back vocals.
She a bad little bitch, she a rebel, she beautiful to the pedal. It'll take bitch. You could use a revamp with a new vibe, sis. I don't need a big feature or a new sidekick. I don't need a new fan, cause my boo like it. I don't need to wear a wig to make you like it. I'm a two-time bitch, you ain't knew I'd win. Throw a shot like you tryna have a foot fight then. All my ops waiting for me to be you, I bet. Said, I got drive, I don't need a car. Money really all that we fiending for. I'm doing things they ain't seen before. Bands ain't dumb, but extreme is all. I'm a demon lord, fall off what, I ain't seen the horse. Called your bluff, better cite the source. Fame ain't something that I need no more. Cause bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. She the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel. She put her foot to the pedal. It'll take a whole lot for me to settle. She the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel. She put her foot to the pedal. It'll take a whole lot for me to settle.
That's dope. I love Doja. I think the parasocial thing, I don't know when it becomes a problem. I think there's a layer to it when people are kind of dedicating their lives to an artist. It kind of gets a bit crazy. I think if you just like the stuff they make, it's fine. You know, we like hanging out here, but I don't think there's any illusions about what this is or what this isn't. You know, I don't think I'm at that scale. I think there's people at a scale, there's artists that are at a scale where, you know, they can't have a life without their fans kind of chiming in. You know, I think, you know, Doja Cat, people were not approving of her like most recent partner, and it's kind of like, it's kind of weird, you know? It's like, she's a grown-up, like she's not, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, I don't know, man. It's also a gender issue, probably. Yeah, because I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, are people telling Post Malone who to date? You know, are people? I mean, like, maybe a little, but like on the same skill, like on the same scale. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know enough. I don't think I've thought about it enough to really say anything good. Yeah, man. I think you're right. Ghostly said, I would not feel nervous if I met you. I think that's my parasocial limit when people become idols. 100%. I think we put people up. I think it's fun to put people up on a pedestal and kind of, you know, but at the same, like, I think it could be, I think we do that intuitively for some reason, but I think it's dangerous because then, I don't know. I saw a clip the other day, actually, of Doja, I guess because she's in the cycle right now, literally, about this idea. There was a clip of her from like last year, and she was just saying like, she's like, I love a lot of music. I'm paraphrasing. I love a lot of different music. There's not a chance that I would be best friends with every artist who makes the music I love. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna love their music or that I need to be fucking best friends with every art. Like, no shot I'd get along with all those people. Not a chance. But the music's still dope. And I think that's the key, you know. I don't think anyone's perfect, and I think anytime we kind of grail these people, we set ourselves up, man. We set ourselves up for that disappointment because nobody's perfect. You know? I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm saying, really. I think this is more of a thought exploration than any kind of statement. Yeah, people love in broken ways. Because, yeah, it's natural to love. Like, I don't know, what is love? It's complicated. Yeah, never meet your heroes. I guess so. Yeah. What other questions we got? What else you guys want to know? What should we talk about? You guys want to talk about creative stuff? You guys want to talk more about making stuff? Or what else could we talk about? What are you interested in? Tina says, are you afraid of losing everything that is you since you've become famous? I don't, not really, but also I'm not that famous, Tina. I was famous for a little window. I think what happened to me was weird, because it was real fucking quick and big, and then it kind of dissipated. But it didn't bother me so much because I've been riding off of a lot of opportunities that came from that. So, you know, getting to work on Charlotte's album being one of those big ones that it's like, well, I don't really care if people are like, and I think I have control of it also. I think is part of it, or I feel like I have control of it in a way where it's like, I know I could have kept pushing the button. Dude, we could have cranked, like, I don't think we could have done 20 million view internet dramas every week, because the source material is really hard to find. It's really hard to find something that fit within our parameters. That being said, we could have, if all we cared about was numbers, baby, like, I mean, I do think we could have kept pumping them out. If we didn't care, so like a big filter that cuts a lot of the content that could have been used as an internet drama is that we never did anything political. We didn't want to do anything serious, especially at that time. You know, it was pandemic. It just felt like there was enough heaviness in the world. It felt like there was enough heaviness. There was enough thinking about reality that I felt comfortable. I felt like it was maybe more valuable for us to stay light. And also, I think we appreciated Octopus Float. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I think, did I miss the ghostly hydrate? I'm going to hydrate anyway. That was 20 minutes ago, so. CC said, I follow another artist who has had a similar brush with viral fame, but instead of pushing that button again and again, like you were talking about, they've tripled down on violently being themselves. Yeah, I think that's the move in a way, you know? I think you gotta... Look, at the end of the day, when I was like, oh, I think I need to get onto TikTok because I think there's something going on here. It wasn't to change my career path and become a fucking comedy music guy. It was just to get more attention on my music. It was to grow my platform. And it got out of hand. I mean, it was fine. We were, opportunities were given to us that could not be passed on. That just made, we had no-brainer opportunities laid in front of us that we took. And then it was like, all right, if I keep taking this, at some point it was like, you know what? If I keep taking this path, it goes where it goes. You know what I mean? It's not going where I want it to go. And, so yeah, once we were good, once we had the bags we needed, then it's like, all right, listen, we got what we needed from this. We knew that's what we did it for. I think I think if we lost sight of that, it was only momentarily, if that, you know. But yeah, because we could have gone political. We could have done all the fucking. Do you know how many like weird things George Bush has said that would be fun as a drama? Except for that the comment section will become a hellhole. We loved our comment section, you know. So there's a lot of things that we sacrificed. But I think that's just values, right? Values. I feel like I read somewhere that like a value is like a good way to check if it's a value is like, would you compromise it for your own personal gain or no? You know, or would you like follow it even if it was to your own detriment? So I think we just showed we found our values, you know. But yeah, I don't know. We've been witness to some of your comedy stuff, and it seems to have benefits beyond the end product. Yeah. By the way, don't let me take anything away from those pieces. You know, don't let me take anything away from from the power of those. I still love them, and I still think that they have a ton of value, and they make people happy, and that's fucking incredible. Officer Larva asks, how'd your grain delay plugin turn out the other day? It turned out pretty dope. I think it's a fun toy to play with and to kind of generate interesting sounds. I need to explore it a little more and figure out how and if it fits into the current sound. I think it kind of did on that day, but I have more work to do on my album where it's gonna factor in. It's gonna be like, all right, let's try this. As I'm going through all the things to try, the UI looked schmacking. It did. I fucking love that UI, man. Shout out to Imagiro. I'm not sure where the emphasis goes, but shout out to that creator. How many songs do you think will end up on the album? Honestly, I'm aiming for like 10 to 12. That would be my goal. To be perfectly honest, right now I'm starting to wonder if I need to finish this album or if I need to start like posting snippets on TikTok of the songs and start kind of like, I don't know. TikTok is a fucking weird place now too. Like for however hard what's going on with this hair? Where is it? It's this one. This strand. Let's just put this one behind. When we were like trying to pivot out of our like videos and get into promoting our music, we thought that 300,000 views was like a flop because we were doing like 10 million, 15, 20 million on the thing. So we felt like it was a flop. And now 100K feels like a win. I think a drama would do better, but like for something that isn't a drama, like 100K feels incredible. I think the algorithm has calcified. The whole platform is a lot harder to work with and to reach people with. So I think we're going to be trying to crack that code as we try to promote this stuff. But yeah, I think, are there album songs we haven't heard at all? Yeah. There's actually like a few. Yeah. And it's weird because like, it almost feels like once they cross a certain point, it's like, well, now it's like almost like I'd rather keep the surprise for you guys than to show it to you just so I can spend like a couple hours working on it, which is part of also wanting to gear down the streams. Is like there's enough songs now that are like, well, there's not really a point in spoiling the song almost, you know what I mean? So it feels a bit crazy, but yeah. Tina says, I love the drama videos immensely. They make my heart happy. They lead me to Luba's music and have helped me immensely with my mental health. Let's go. Yeah, man, they're fun little nuggets, man. And we put so much love into them. You know, you can't take that away from them. I think they're precious little gems, and I'm happy we made them. And we're gonna make more. We're gonna make more because that's what I'm. So basically, yeah. Now that I'm like, okay, maybe we should start posting stuff on TikTok. Well, then it's like, okay, well, maybe we should make more fucking dramas and put the Lubalin name back in the cycle. Let's get those numbers back up. Let's get the inbox going. You know, like all that shit. I don't know, but it's fucking. It's a whole thing when you pull that trigger. It's a whole thing happens. You don't really control all of it. You just kind of control the flow based on the fact that there's so many people fighting for attention. I really love those Bob Ross emotes, Boom Cookie. That's fire. There's so many people fighting for attention that you know that if you just stop posting, you will. There's very few people who stay in the limelight when they don't want to be. I would say some people, like Frank Ocean seems to do that. I don't think Frank Ocean wants to be as famous as he is. I think people haven't stopped thinking about him since his last album and since before that and won't stop thinking about him. But, and like, who else is like that? there's a handful. There's a handful of artists who are famous despite themselves, but for the most part, if you want attention, there's so many fucking people fighting for attention that if you don't want attention, you just won't get it. It's easy. It's as easy as that. Do you get pressure management? Do you get pressure from management to make more internet dramas? No. I'm really like, we have a really good relationship and a good alignment of the vision, and I think they want what I want, and I want like we're pretty aligned on that. No. Now that you know what could happen, you need to be ready, I guess. Exactly. That's the other thing, man. We were not ready. I think, I mean, even like, you know, it was kind of like, in hindsight, like weirdly serendipitous that I had a song ready with a chorus that's called Sending Long Texts, Getting Long Texts Back. That was like that was the song that was the closest to being ready to release after that happened. But we rushed to release it because we thought, and it was a smart idea to rush, I think. But our minds were our perspective was so warped on TikTok about getting millions and millions of views that I think we could have gone a lot harder promoting it on TikTok had we just kind of mentally adapted to 300,000 views still being a lot of fucking views. And so I think, like, it's like in hindsight, like, we can't change anything now. And we did what we did because we were busy. We were like doing fucking ads and shit. We were doing, so there was a lot of stuff going on at that time because the inbox was just flooded. We were taking meetings and, it was amazing. But I think in hindsight, the one thing we could have done is push that song a lot harder. But we had that bar in our heads. The caliber was so fucking high at that moment that we didn't know. We didn't know that there was more to do there, Estamados asks, top 3 artists you dream of working with. I think I'm going to take like 2 more questions after this. I feel my voice wearing out. Do I normally just not talk this much, I guess? Let me take some water. Honestly, there's too many. There's too many to pick. That's such a stressful question when it comes in interviews. Not that you're not to blame you or anything. It's a great question. I feel like I would love to know that from a bunch of artists, but my God, like to narrow it down like that, I think I think it would be, and it's also like, it's like, the truth is, like, you can dream of working with people, but what I really want is those moments of magic. And I don't know who that would happen with. So, like, Donald Glover, I think, is a fucking genius. I think he's incredible, and I would love to work with him. I don't know if it would work. I feel like it could. Excuse me. It could, and it could be really fucking cool, because I think everything that he does seems to be, it's got that level of creativity that I feel like is only matched by a small handful of creators, maybe David Lynch. I don't know, Kanye in some ways, yeah, who else would I work with? I don't know. He's the one who pops to mind in this moment. Rick Rubin, I think, would be really interesting. I would love to work with Max Martin. I have this like toxic idea in my head that if I just had one session with Max Martin, that my life would change forever, and that I would write perfect songs from there on in. That's my toxic. That's my, what do you call it? What's it? My red flag, or my I guess it's my toxic trait. What am I thinking of? What's the meme format I'm thinking of? Chat, help me. My beige flag. Yeah, at least I recognize it's toxic. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I know it's like, how could that possibly be true consciously? But emotionally, I just feel like that'll be the game changer. Anyway, that's that, I guess. Those were away. And then maybe Rosalia would be fucking sick. That would be really cool. Noah Goldstein. Mike Dean would be sick. I feel like Mike Dean's like, I want to have like a fucking 5-hour conversation with Mike Dean just about distortion. Just about distortion. I feel like he gets distortion and saturation in a way that no one else. I mean, there's a fucking bass sound on the new Travis Scott project. Let me see if I can find which track it is. Listen to this fucking, and the distortion on the whole Travis Scott project is insane. Utopia. Is it? Oh my god, look at these stream numbers, dude. Is it this one? Let's see if I can find the bass sound I'm thinking of.
I won't doubt it. He won't mislead all his followers.
No.
Devil on fine.
Is it?
He always trying.
Is it this? This song was crazy though.
Only one ain't watching it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was great too.
No race.
Maybe I don't think it's that. What?
He geek man brought him on for friends. This shit.
But even this.
Put it on the Bible. I like a bi girl on a bicycle.
Maybe it's this.
He
Or is
always
it on
trying.
Hyena? Maybe. I mean, this is crazy too. Okay, Sirens. Wait, I'm trying to find this bass sound. If you haven't heard the Travis Scott album, I haven't even listened to the whole thing yet, but
We have to spread out the word.
it's so good.
I was too damn determined. Rap game needed
Yeah,
refurbished.
listen to this.
I was up top with no service. Watches and art playing verses. They in the bushes, they lurking. Might gotta call the insurgents. She wanna fuck with a purpose. I gotta juggle my urges. Got a couple departments. Closet built like a department. Double a cup of the purpose. I give all of my sermons.
Yeah, he's incredible. Okay. So what was that question number 2? One more question. We might call it. What do we got? Do we have anything? Glue. Ghostly said you come up a lot on Joji Radio and the vibes from one another. Yeah, I mean Joji would be sick too for sure. I think Joji and I think there's definitely like I'm definitely inspired by Joji. Okay, here we go. Oh, cool. Tandem question. I like this. Tina Butts Belcher asks, if you could collaborate with anyone from throughout history, who would it be? Ooh, that's even more pressure. Okay, let's think of the dead. I mean, Nina Simone. I don't know that we'd get along though. I know she was kind of was she bipolar? But she was like, she had some rip to her. Nina was cool as fuck, but I feel like she'd scare the shit out of me. But that's what I love about her. She was so powerful. She was such a fucking force, you know? I think Nina's the like, nobody can make me cry like Nina, you know? But is that who I want to collab with? Who else? I don't know. Fucking Freddie Mercury was such an incredible performer, but I don't know if I would want to like. I don't feel like I could bring anything to him. Do you know what I mean? I would want to work with someone who I felt like I could bring something to. Lubalin X Neanderthal. Wait, is it Neanderthal as in the cavemen? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that would be cool. Who could I do? Who? You know I'm going to end the stream and remember the perfect name to say here. But let me just, I'm curious now. Look at this. Oh, what? I don't know. I actually don't know. You know, Post Malone would be fun to work with. He's not dead. History. David Bowie could be cool. You know what, Winston? I'm like, I haven't had my David Bowie deep dive. I feel like it's bound to happen, but it hasn't happened to me yet. Frank Sinatra would be cool. Mac Miller would be cool. Love Mac. I don't know. Who else? Who else was there? I feel like I need like the hang on. Let me just open up I had put together a list of songs for Charlotte's radio show that maybe there's going to be, Mitski would be cool. I don't know if I could bring anything to her, but I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe we could do something cool. Even a conversation would be cool, actually. I almost feel like that's what I want from a lot of these people. Frank Ocean could be cool, Arthur Russell, do you guys know Arthur Russell? He was pretty great. It's the sample on 30 Hours on the Kanye track. I don't know, man. Yeah, Elliott Smith. But I don't know. But I feel like we don't even, Tom York. I feel like we could do something, but I feel like they're like so. It's like my list of people are so beyond me that it's more for me to learn from them. But I guess that makes sense, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Well, Amy Winehouse, yeah, that could have been sick. Juice WRLD, XXX, yeah, fucking, I don't know. Yeah, despite all the stuff around X, like the music was insane. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Kurt Cobain, yeah. Like you said, yeah, I don't. Kurt wasn't really a collab guy. It's true, but I mean, yeah. Bjork could be sick. Yeah, that would be wild. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. I think I'm gonna wrap her up, guys. My voice is fucking going. I feel like I don't usually talk for this long in a row. But thank you guys so much for being here. Little outro vibe. Shall we have it? Shall we have the outro vibe? I'll play the unfinished Laura Palmer theme that we did. That'll be my outro vibe. That we'll never finish, by the way, because I just don't want to. So Sometimes I just don't want to do nothing. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Let's start closer. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to everybody who subbed or gifted or cheered. Shout out to all the new friends that we made here. By the way, if you're new or you're just not on the Discord yet, the party don't stop. The party don't stop, baby. If anything gets more lit, hit us with that Discord link and join up. Guys, big shout out to all the familiar faces. I think... see, what a mess we made that time. I was really in such a rush too. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, guys. Appreciate y'all. For those who weren't there at the beginning, new stream schedule is we're only doing Wednesdays now. This is a fucking song. We're only doing Wednesdays, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna keep being dope. It means more stuff coming out, more TikToks, more music. Everything's gonna be great. And oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed by this sound. Maybe it is good. Maybe it's fine the way it is. It is done. It's so distractingly beautiful. Okay, thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one.